I've been having thoughts of what I'm going to make for this last video, and this topic has been circulating in my mind, but for these past few seconds, as I've been on the floor, it stayed. And that is this. It's an idea from Transform Your Body, Transform Your Life that Akash Vaghela made. I apologize if I'm mispronouncing the name. And the idea is this. How you do one thing is how you do everything. After reading this quite a few times, it actually stuck in my head. It's stuck ever since. And it might have done so because I might actually see quite a lot of truth in that. I've been thinking about how I'd always want to be able to lift more, and started to think just now that it has that always wanting more, always wanted to go for more, lift heavier. Does that also have a correlation with how much I've been eating? That could be more so just related to overconsumption in general and setting too much. Because I've started to think that the fact that I set too much for myself on certain days, especially recently, yesterday I think, set too much, ate too much, awake for too late, a lot later than I would have liked throughout the night, stayed up for too many hours throughout the night than I would have liked. There might be quite a lot of truth in that. But how much truth? If I go out of my way to set little, would that then physically manifest in my actions in terms of how I'd eat? Would I, because I've set less, eat less? Is there some form of correlation there? I don't know. And I'm not here making this video to force an answer out of myself. It's just an idea that has stuck on my mind, and certainly could be an idea that I could use to my advantage. If I go out of my way to set less, that could then mean that the chances of me achieving how much I want to achieve will be a lot higher, and therefore that may actually reduce the chances of me impulsively wanting to basically eat away the fact that I would have, in my mind, underachieved. Writing down what I've managed to do each day does counter that. And having a plan, making a plan of what I want to eat the night before also does help counter that. But I've got to remember, this is something I do, not necessarily all the time, but it's something that I have done. Eating unhealthily in this way, not making plans for what I want to eat the night before, not tracking what I eat, not going out of my way to take my health into consideration through the foods that I eat. This is something that I've only started doing recently compared to my life before this. Life transformation journey. That's what I'm calling it. Just basically living my life how I want to live it. All these fancy words and that. Living life to the fullest, really. And when I say that, I don't mean going out to party, drinking alcohol, smoking, and having a good time like that. Fuck that shit. Absolutely not. I don't want to do that. I come from a Muslim household in which drugs and alcohol, but alcohol is a drug, seeing as it changes how your body functions. These things are forbidden. I don't think they are, but they certainly can damage your health. There's no denying that. There's no denying that. And that conditioning has helped me stay healthier, but it's helped me stay healthier than I could be, but in a fearful way. It has worked though. It has worked, and that conditioning would be a part of why I'm not interested in that way of life. Not only that, but branching off that, I think that me doing what it takes, wanting to improve my health and doing what it takes to improve my health is also a part of why I wouldn't want to live that sort of lifestyle. I don't want that. It's not for me. For me to just go and get spiked, go and get my water bottle spiked, and then who knows what would happen. No, I'm not interested in that. And not only that, but if I were to go out my way to live in that sort of way every now and then on a regular basis, that would manifest into other aspects of my life. I'd have that way of thinking, that mentality would translate into other aspects of my life. Those self-destructive habits, that self-destructive way of life would show in other aspects, like work, for example. Who knows, if I were to get pissed, I might go to work hungover, for example. Not that I would go drink, but I'm just saying, as a hypothetical scenario, if I were to go and get pissed on a Sunday, I might be hungover on a Monday when I'd be working, when I'd have to work on the premise I want to keep that job. This mindset is a mindset that I do want to, how you do one thing is how you do everything mindset is one that I want to use to my benefit, but I don't quite know exactly how I do that. I can just start with setting less. Setting less would mean that setting less to do throughout the day would also reduce the chance of me going out of my way to eat away the thoughts that literally eat away the thoughts of me thinking that I've underachieved. As I said, planning what I want to eat the night before will counter that. Tracking what I do, what I've managed to achieve each day, that counters it. But yeah, that might be the foundations of me being able to further progress past this point. Setting a realistic amount. Then I wouldn't take breaks into consideration. I wouldn't take wanting to do other things into consideration, other hobbies into consideration. I just say do this like I'm a machine. I'm not though. I'm a human being and I need rest. Number one. Number two, energy levels, both physically and mentally, deplete over a certain amount of time, but the plans I've set myself would not take that into account. They wouldn't take my health into account. It's just do this, and yeah, do this because it's at least somewhat related to the weekly plans I'd set. But how far can that get me? How far can that way of thinking get me? Can that get me far? Planning only from week to week rather than from month to month and then from week to week? Is month to month planning too far? I don't know, man. I don't know, but I can certainly take a conclusion out. I can certainly take one thing out of this video. If there's anything I want to take, is this. Go out of my way to find out what is a realistic amount to achieve within one day. From there, I can then use that as my foundation to build even more healthy habits and further develop the healthy habits that I already have built and am in the process of building. If there's anything I want to take, it's that, so that I make a start in further progressing to living in a way I want to live and just making something big of myself, very basically, making something massive of myself. That doesn't necessarily mean this channel has an extremely large six-figure or more fan base. It doesn't necessarily mean that if I'm progressing how I want to progress in my personal life, then that's amazing. I'd rather that, and I'd rather that and my health than this channel having more subscribers, more people clicking the subscribe button and not unclicking the subscribe button, and the videos getting more views, but without my health being in check, without my health being where I want it to be. I'd rather have the former, the first option, where my health is in check. I do take my health into account. I'm not stressed out. I'm just loving life, enjoying what I've done for myself, actually being able to have fun, rather than expecting myself to achieve or to do so much, an unrealistic amount each day. Have fun. I don't really, my plans wouldn't consider that. My plans wouldn't take into consideration of whether I've had fun. In my mind, I've been thinking, okay, not much money, no money's coming in. No money's coming in right now. So what is there to laugh about? What is there to joke about? What is there to have fun with? What can I do? How can I have fun when I'm in this situation? That could be actually quite a flawed way of thinking. Being too serious about life, taking life too seriously, may mean that I actually am harming my health. I could be harming my mental health by doing that, rather than allow myself to have fun. Yeah, I know that I have it in me to take my life seriously, and that's enough. I know that I do want to take my life seriously, and I'm working towards improving in every aspect of my life, but I don't have to go out of my way to always be in that serious mode all the time. That means that I'm lacking fun. I'm lacking having fun in my life and enjoying myself, which is what I'd be wanting to do, why I'd be making all of this effort and thinking about life in a serious way, to have fun, to enjoy myself, how I want to enjoy myself. But then I wouldn't be having fun. What sense does that make? Anyway, I'm done. It's a lot of thinking, a lot of unanswered questions, but I'll figure it out from day to day, from month to month, and from year to year. I'll get there. Anyway, I'm done for now. If there's any takeaway I want to make, is learn how to set a realistic amount each day. But I'm done. I'll see you lot in the next one. Peace. Before I do go though, I want to explain why I want that to be the main takeaway of this video for me. I've already said it, but I want to say it again. Repetition works. Repetition works, people. I want this to be the main takeaway because I'm interested in setting the foundations to be able to further progress right now. Once I've set, I need to set the foundations first to create sustainable change. Once I've set those foundations, then I can work towards further progressing past that point. But anyway, I'm done. I'll see you lot in the next one. Peace.